Picture this, a sprawling landscape of opportunity, where dreams take flight and ambition knows no bounds. But wait, what if I told you that this vision of the American dream is more elusive than ever? Imagine standing at a crossroads, with one path leading to hope and the other to disillusionment. Can you feel the tension in the air? As we journey through the heart of this iconic narrative, we'll uncover hidden truths that might just challenge everything you think you know. What drives people to chase this dream, even when the odds seem stacked against them? And what happens when the dream becomes a nightmare? Visualize the hustle, the grind, the relentless pursuit of success. But hold that thought. What if I told you that behind every shiny facade lies a story sometimes inspiring, sometimes heartbreaking? Now, let's reset our focus. The American dream isn't just a concept, it's a living, breathing testament to human resilience. Are you ready to dive deep into the realities of this journey? Let's peel back the layers and explore the truth that lies beneath the surface. Buckle up, this is going to be a ride you won't forget. Definition of the American dream. The American dream has always been this fascinating idea, right? It's like a beacon of hope that draws people in. Originally, it was about the promise of freedom, opportunity, and the chance to rise above one's circumstances. Picture this, immigrants arriving on the shores of America, believing that hard work could lead them to a better life. It's beautiful, really. The concept has evolved over the years, from the pursuit of land and prosperity in the early days to the pursuit of education and quality of life today. But what does it mean now? The American dream used to be a straightforward path. Work hard, save money, buy a house, and provide for your family. As I look around, I see that the narrative has become much more complicated. People still hold on to that dream, but the steps to get there have transformed. The original ideals are still cherished, but the reality is that it's not just about hard work anymore. It's about navigating a maze of systemic challenges and societal changes. Moreover, the evolution of the American dream reflects the changing landscape of our society. In the past, it was often tied to homeownership and financial stability, but now it encompasses broader themes of personal fulfillment and social justice. People are increasingly looking for meaning in their work and a sense of community, which adds layers to the dream that were perhaps less emphasized in previous generations. As I reflect on this, it's evident that the American dream is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It varies from person to person, shaped by individual experiences and backgrounds. For some, it might mean starting a business. For others, it could be about achieving artistic expression or making a difference in their community. It's a dynamic idea that continues to inspire and challenge us. In essence, the American dream is a living, breathing concept that symbolizes hope and aspiration. Understanding its origins and evolution is crucial if we want to grasp what it means to us today. It's a reminder that while the dream may have changed, the desire for something greater remains a fundamental part of the American identity. Economic inequality. Now, let's dive into something that's become a real thorn in the side of the American dream. Economic inequality. It's staggering when you think about how income and wealth have become increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few. The gap between the rich and the poor is wider than ever, and it's hard not to feel a sense of injustice when you see this disparity. It's as if the ladder to success has been pulled up, making it even harder for those at the bottom to climb. This growing inequality has significant implications for the average person's ability to achieve the American dream. Opportunities that were once accessible are now often out of reach. Education costs have skyrocketed, making it difficult for young people to get the degrees they need to compete in a job market that demands more and more. It's frustrating to witness talented individuals being sidelined simply because they can't afford a college education. Moreover, the impact of economic inequality extends beyond just finances. It affects social mobility, community stability, and overall quality of life. When wealth is concentrated, entire neighborhoods can suffer from lack of investment, leading to poorer schools and fewer job opportunities. It's a vicious cycle that perpetuates disadvantage and makes it even more challenging for people to break free from the constraints of their circumstances. As I think about this, I can't help but wonder about the long-term consequences. If the American dream is becoming increasingly unattainable for a significant portion of the population, what does that mean for the fabric of our society? We risk fostering a sense of hopelessness and disillusionment among those who feel that no matter how hard they work, they'll never get ahead. It's a troubling thought that leaves me questioning the future of our collective aspirations. In my view, addressing economic inequality is crucial if we want to preserve the essence of the American dream. We need to find ways to create more equitable opportunities for everyone, ensuring that hard work and determination can still lead to success, regardless of one's background. The dream should be accessible to all, not just a privileged few. Social mobilists talk about social mobility, which is such a critical factor in determining whether individuals can actually achieve the American dream. You might think that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to climb the social ladder. But the reality can be quite different. Various factors, like education, race, and class, play significant roles in shaping one's ability to move up in society. Take education, for instance. It's often touted as the great equalizer, but access to quality education can be heavily influenced by where you live and your socio-economic status. Kids from affluent neighborhoods tend to have access to better schools and resources, while those from less wealthy areas often face a struggle for adequate education. It's disheartening to see how these disparities can entrench inequality, making it difficult for some to achieve their dreams. Race is another critical element that affects social mobility. Studies show that racial minorities often face systemic barriers that hinder their progress. Discrimination in hiring practices, wage gaps, and limited access to networks can create significant obstacles. It makes you realize that the playing field isn't level. It's tilted in favor of certain groups, which can be incredibly frustrating for those who are trying to succeed. Class also plays a pivotal role in shaping opportunities. If you come from a family with wealth and connections, you're likely to have a head start in life. On the other hand, individuals from lower income backgrounds may struggle to even get a foot in the door. It's a harsh reality that often leaves people feeling stuck, no matter how hard they strive to break free from their circumstances. As I reflect on social mobility, I can't help but feel that it's a vital piece of the American dream puzzle. It's not just about individual effort. It's about creating a system that allows everyone a fair shot. If we want to restore faith in the idea that anyone can succeed through hard work, we need to address the barriers that hold so many back. After all, the dream should be attainable for everyone, and that starts with fostering true social mobility. Cultural and social changes, the definition of the American dream has shifted quite a bit over the years. Back in the day, it was all about owning a home and having a steady job. But nowadays, it feels like the conversation has expanded to include a broader spectrum of what success looks like. With the advent of social media and the rise of individualism, people are redefining happiness and success on their own terms. For some, it might mean traveling the world. For others, it might mean achieving work-life balance. It's interesting how these cultural shifts influence our collective understanding of what it means to make it in America. It's hard not to notice how societal norms have changed, especially regarding gender roles and racial identity. In the past, the American dream often seemed to cater to a very specific demographic: white, middle-class men. But now, women and people of color are carving out their own paths and finding ways to pursue their dreams that resonate with their unique experiences. This shift in values is crucial because it reflects a more inclusive view of success. As we embrace diversity, we're also expanding the narrative of what the American dream can be. Moreover, the expectations we hold for ourselves and each other have transformed dramatically. In a world that feels increasingly interconnected, there's a pressure to not only succeed, but to do so in a way that contributes to the greater good. Many are now seeking careers that not only provide financial stability, but also align with their personal values and social responsibility. It's kind of refreshing, really. This emphasis on authenticity changes the game and challenges the traditional notions of success that have long been ingrained in our society. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. With these cultural changes come new challenges. The more we embrace different narratives of success, the more we face societal pressure to keep up with these evolving standards. It can be overwhelming trying to balance personal aspirations with societal expectations. I often find myself wondering, is the pressure to redefine success actually adding to our stress? Or is it liberating? That's a question many of us are grappling with. Ultimately, how we perceive the American dream now is a reflection of the times we live in. As we continue to navigate these cultural and social changes, it'll be fascinating to see how the American dream continues to evolve. It's a living concept, shaped by our collective experiences, and I can only imagine what it will look like in the coming years. Modern challenge, let's face it, the modern American landscape is filled with hurdles that can make the dream feel out of reach for many. Take the cost of education, for example. The price of getting a degree has skyrocketed, often leaving graduates buried in debt before they even step into the workforce. It's ironic, isn't it? We're told that education is the key to unlocking the American dream, yet for so many, it feels like a financial trap. It's hard to see a clear path to success when the very first step comes with such a hefty price tag. Housing is another significant challenge. The idea of homeownership, once a cornerstone of the American dream, has become increasingly elusive for younger generations. With rising property prices and stagnant wages, many are left feeling like they're chasing a dream that's slipping further away. Renting has become the new norm, and while it offers flexibility, it doesn't provide the same sense of security that owning a home does. This instability can be disheartening and makes it difficult to envision a future that aligns with the traditional narrative of success. On top of that, the healthcare system in the U.S. can be a complete minefield. The rising costs of medical care can derail even the best-laid plans. Imagine working hard, saving up, and then being blindsided by a medical emergency that wipes out your savings. It's a harsh reality that many face, and it contributes to a sense of uncertainty about the future. The fear of financial ruin due to health issues can be a significant barrier to pursuing one's dreams fully. Another layer to this conversation is the impact of the pandemic. COVID-19 has reshaped our understanding of work, community, and personal aspirations. Many have had to reevaluate their priorities, and some have even found themselves pivoting to entirely new careers. While this can be empowering, it also reinforces the idea that the path to achieving the American dream is anything but straightforward. It's a constant balancing act, and not everyone has the same safety nets to catch them when they fall. So, as we look around, it's clear that the challenges we face today are complex and multifaceted. The American dream is still alive, but it's certainly been tested. The question is, how do we navigate these hurdles while keeping our aspirations intact? It's a conversation worth having, and it's one that impacts all of us in different ways. Future perspectives. As I sit back and think about the future of the American dream, I can't help but feel a mix of hope and uncertainty. The concept, once viewed as a clear pathway to success, now seems to be morphing into something far more complex. With shifting demographics and evolving economic landscapes, it's clear that the dream is no longer a one-size-fits-all ideal. In fact, it might be more accurate to say that the dream is being redefined for different groups within our society. This change, while daunting, also opens the door for new interpretations of success. Take a moment to consider the younger generations. Millennials and Gen Z have grown up in a world that looks very different from that of their parents and grandparents. The traditional markers of success, homeownership, stable jobs, and retirement savings are increasingly out of reach for many. Instead, there's a growing emphasis on experiences over possessions, on flexibility over stability. This shift in values is reshaping what it means to pursue the American dream. It's no longer just about climbing the corporate ladder. It's about crafting a life that aligns with personal values and aspirations. At the same time, we can't ignore the role of technology in this evolving narrative. The rise of the gig economy and remote work has provided many with opportunities that were previously unimaginable. For some, this means the freedom to work from anywhere in the world. For others, it's a precarious existence, where job security is a distant memory. The digital landscape is creating new pathways to success, but it also highlights the disparities that exist. Those who can adapt and thrive in this environment may find themselves on a new trajectory toward their dreams, while others may struggle to keep up. Politics, too, will play a significant role in shaping the future of the American dream. As we navigate a landscape marked by polarization and division, the policies enacted at local, state, and federal levels will directly impact opportunities for all citizens. Issues like healthcare, education, and taxation are hotly debated topics that can either facilitate or hinder one's ability to achieve their dreams. The question remains, will our leaders prioritize policies that promote equity and access, or will we continue to see a widening gap that leaves many behind? Finally, let's not forget the importance of community. In an age where individualism often reigns supreme, there's a growing recognition of the power of collective action. People are coming together to support one another, whether through grassroots movements or local initiatives aimed at improving economic conditions. This shift toward collaboration could redefine the American dream as something that's not just about personal success, but about lifting each other up along the way. After all, the dream may be more attainable when we work together to create a society where everyone has the chance to thrive. As we wrap up this journey into the heart of the American dream, I can't help but reflect on all we've uncovered together. Is it still alive, or has it transformed into something unrecognizable? Perhaps the dream isn't about a picket fence or a white-collar job anymore. Maybe it's about the freedom to pursue what truly fulfills us. But here's a thought. What does your American dream look like? Is it a bustling city, a quiet countryside, or an adventure around the world? I want to hear your stories. Share them in the comments below. And let's not forget, every dream comes with challenges. What hurdles have you faced in chasing yours? Together, we can inspire one another and shed light on the paths we've taken. Now, before you go, hit that like button if you found this exploration intriguing, and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening content. What other dreams or realities should we dive into next? The world is full of stories waiting to be told, and I'm excited to discover them with you. Until next time, keep dreaming big and exploring even bigger.